Hello everyone, welcome to this month's plan with me. I do apologise again that this is another month where it's just a flip through. I have been super busy this month and I barely got this done in time. Today is the 31st and I am only just finished now catching up with doing my February setup. I have been working super hard in hopes that February will be a lot slower, so I'm hoping that next month's or next videos plan with me will actually be me planning and drawing it all out and colouring it in for you all. But this is just going to be a flip through of February, what I've set up, and also showing you last month as well. So I would like to introduce you to my characters of the month. This is Luka and this is Anna, and I've decided to go with the really cliche theme for February and make it all about falling in love. I took a lot of effort to find a way to do this. I had this envision in my head how I wanted to follow along each week with a date session for these two characters, and it was a lot of effort to actually get it out on paper. So I'm in two minds about this theme. I really like the idea and the attempts that I've given it, kind of like a manga, whichever way you say it, style, but at the same time I just couldn't get my full idea out on paper, which kind of the perfectionist in me needs to just relax. But the thing I had the most problem with in this scene was the bookcases. I couldn't get them. This is a library scene in a university, so I couldn't get the bookcases to go the way I wanted them to, no matter how much I tried to draw them. So they're on an angle. I don't care anymore. This is my scene where they very first start to show signs that they are thinking of each other and being brave towards each other. If you can't see, their fingers are almost touching down here, and yes, so they're just kind of like friends right now who haven't asked each other out. And then it starts down here with a quote from Anna saying, "Looking back, this is where it all began." And then moving on to my monthly log, I have decided to go slightly different this month with the calendar layout as well as my usual. I'm going to see if that works for me. I don't know why I want to have a visual calendar this month, but I just felt I really needed to have one. So I will set this up with probably birthdays and major events up here, and then just normal things down here, or maybe music releases up here as well. I don't know. I haven't quite thought that far ahead, but I definitely wanted to try it out at least. And following along with last month, I came up with a word of the month, and this has actually got 3 words, I guess, but the word that I wanted to use was choice, because I have the choice to do whatever I want. And so I found this really cool quote that says, "The 3 C's in life: you must make the choice to take the chance if you want anything in life to change." So that is what I wanted this month, and I've just got a space here for some random notes. And then on the side here we've got Luka looking a little bit stressed out, and I know you can't see. I will do a pan over so you can see a little bit closer, but he sent Anna a text message and it took her 5 minutes to reply, so he was a little stressed out. And it said, "Would you like to go on a date?" And Anna has replied with she would. So they set up their first date, and down here it has Luka saying, "Asking Anna out seemed harder than anything I had done before. The 5-minute wait for her reply had me second guessing if this was more than a one-sided crush." I know, it's completely cliche and cheesy, and that's what I wanted to do this month. So on to tracking this month. I have decided to stop tracking the horses as of chores side of things, because we do that every day, and I know that I track Jersey, who's my guinea pig, every day, but I do that to remember if I've done it or not. Sometimes I get a little bit forgetful, but I know that we're doing the horses every day for chores, so I've taken away that second bar down here and I've added it into here, and I'm just going to track days where we have like special events on down there instead. But otherwise it's very much the same as every other month. I find the system really works for me, and I'm looking forward to seeing a more full chart this month. On this side here I put 2 pages together. So this was, I used to do the bullet journal bingo or Bujo bingo. Now I've just decided that these are just goals for the month. I don't need a reward for them, I just want to meet them, and the satisfaction of colouring them off alone is enough for me. And then down here I've done this really simple mood tracker with hearts that you'd think that I'd be able to draw better now because I've done so many of them, but they still look horrible. And I'm just doing a simple 3-colour mood tracker this month with happy, neutral, or angry/sad. I'm hoping that will just cover everything because I was finding that I had too many options last month and I didn't know what to choose some days. And moving on to the usual pages, I've already started filling it in because I had to write down some stuff that I had already done and I didn't want to forget about it, so I do apologise for that because normally I like to leave it as empty as possible, but it's just the standard pages for my work each month. I haven't finished off putting in my calendar and how I'm setting up the month yet, but I will do that once I've written everything else in. On this page here I have my dreams log and just some cute little hearts above the top here, like string lights, and then I've left this blank because this is my letter doodle page. And then on this side is my highlights and gratitude. I tried this last month and I actually quite liked it. I didn't put a lot of emphasis into it last month, so I'm hoping that this month I will find more interesting things to put in, but I definitely like the idea. And I guess since I had those 2 big cards, which you'll see in later of this video, in the middle, it kind of took up a lot of space and I feel like I didn't have enough room to write a lot of things, so having it blank this month is going to be a lot more easier to work with. And then I'm going to be doing the Boho Berry challenge, or at least I'm thinking of doing it, so I left a couple of pages free for that. And then we've got week 1 set up here, and I'm quite happy with this. It took a lot of effort again. I'm not very good at drawing, but I am trying, and so I took them to the movies. Their first date was the movies, and Anna says movie inception, when things start playing out like in the movies whilst at the movies. And I've got them sitting side by side watching the movies just to pretend that's a picture that's happening up there. I don't know what I did. And then they're both reaching for the same piece of popcorn, and then their eyes are like looking at each other, and they've blushed. I didn't want to draw their full faces out, I just wanted their eyes. I don't know, thought it was cute. And then down the side here I've done the movie reel kind of design, so I thought that'd be really cute for the days. And I've just got some setup of some things that I liked to use. So that is my flip through for February. I'm going to quickly go back to January for you all. Let's see if we can get back there without ending up on another page. Nope. Here we go. So if you can't remember, this was my January setup and a lot happened. Not really. I still haven't finished filling in this. I'm going to skip my my reborn pages just because there's personal information there. This is what I said for my highlights and gratitude page. I think it became more of a highlights page than anything else. Went to the movies a couple of times, stuff like that. This was a bust. I was put into a brace. It's not on at the moment. I'm having a rest because it's very hot here. And I was in a brace, so I couldn't ride my horse. I'm still in that brace. I still can't ride my horse. So I decided to put this quote here saying that sometimes the bad things that happen in our lives put us directly on the path to the best things that will ever happen to us. It was just a quick quote that I put in. Those are my Boho Berry challenge pages, and I've glued 2 pages or stuck 2 pages together because there's personal information in between there. And this was my first week. My second week, again, more information that I don't want to share, so that's why these little dots are here. This was probably my favourite of all because I love toucans. It was just so colourful. And then I went with a water theme. And then this is my current week at present, and it's got the 2 months joined together, so summer is ending and love is beginning. So thank you guys so much for stopping by. I hope that you're looking forward to seeing the rest of February and how it turns out in next month's video. Leave me any requests below of what you'd like to see in my bullet journal at some point. I'm open to suggestions, and thank you so much for stopping by today. Bye everyone.